everyone, and welcome back to Call She Confessions. My guest today is a writer, director, and producer. She is the creator of the 20-somethings TV show. She raised $100,000 independently to film it. This script won the LA Comedy Film Festival. My guest today is Bianca Roth.
Hi.
Welcome, Bianca.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of
I'm
course.
so happy to be here.
I'm so excited to have you on. I was taking a look at everything that you do, and first of all, I love Sex and the City.
Oh, it's the best. It's the most comfort show.
Who are you?
Oh my god. Can I say everyone?
Yeah.
Like I might be part of everyone. I've had a friend tell me I was Miranda, and I don't like. I was like surprised, but then I feel like that's better than being Carrie. So I don't know.
Yeah. I always say that I'm a Samantha wannabe Charlotte.
So I love that. Honestly, some days I've had moments where I've been a Samantha and I've had moments where I've been a Charlotte. So I don't know. I see myself in all of it. And that's what makes it such a good show, right?
Exactly, right.
I love it.
So how did you get the idea for 20-somethings?
So this show, it's very much like based off my real life. And there's like things in the show that have actually happened, not directly to me, but like my friends and like just stories that I've heard. So when I was in college, it started, and I kept like a notes log, like in my phone, of just funny things that would happen to me and my friends. And I was like, maybe one day I'll do something with this. But it was also just like memories, and I don't know. So it was just funny things about being single and going out and dating and just being young and whatever. And it went into also like graduating and being young and in your 20s, obviously. And so one day I don't know. I was honestly just like feeling like a rush of creativity, and I was looking through it, and there was like one specific point that I had written down, and I was like, I have to write something like about this. Like this is like the end, like the craziness of a show or something. And from there, I took like other things that were in that notes app and wrote the script just all in like one night. Because that's how my brain works. Like I'm not a writer who can like do their pages. Like I have to just like lock in, get in the zone, or the first draft will never get done if I don't just like do it. And the first draft was like 60 pages, which is so like way too long for like a sitcom script, obviously. But yeah, so that's kind of how the idea came to be. And I love rewatching Sex and the City. I love rewatching Friends. I love rewatching New Girls, like these shows that have that sitcom-y element where you can pick up from season 4, episode 3 and understand what's going on and just watch that episode and love it. Yeah. And I feel like we have so many great 20-somethings comedies now, like Adults. I love that show, Not Suitable for Work. Like those are really fun shows, but I do feel like you have to watch episode 1 through 8 to get like a full circle. And I think what makes us want to rewatch those older shows is because they're just like one episode each, full circle storyline. So anyways, that is also like why I wanted to write it in that format. Yeah. Just for like the nostalgia of like wanting a fun sitcom.
Yeah, and that makes sense because if someone's never seen Sex and the City, but they sit down, you turn on an episode, they can understand it all, like and as a standalone.
Exactly, and they know who the characters are. It's established, and like the only thing you might need to fill them in on is if Carrie's with Big or Aiden, or something like this, right? But like again, it's like not so pertinent to that episode's like storyline, right? And like the A story is just full circle in that episode. So yeah, that's what I love about those shows.
Yeah, and I think it's so cool that you were, taking little things from your life and writing them down in your notes app. Like that's so smart because I think all of us can relate to like a moment happening where we're like, oh my God, this would be so funny in a movie or in a TV show, and like taking note of that and documenting it is so important so you don't forget.
I try to do that. That is like how I think I keep my creative muscle because, we're busy and stuff. So it's hard to sometimes constantly like be doing something creative or like always writing, which like I wish I could every day. Yeah. But that is like kind of my version of making that like, or like using that creative muscle is writing that stuff down in my notes. And I have like different like note logs for like different genres and like different types of stuff. So
yeah, I love that. It's a good way to bank it all and keep track.
Yeah. Because I'm like this. Like, it's just if I think of something, it's gonna leave. So I have to write it down. Yeah. I have to.
So take us back. What were you like growing up? What were you like as a kid?
I was really bossy. So I am the oldest. I have 2 younger sisters. I was always bossing them around, stealing my mom's phone, forcing them to be in stuff.
Yes.
Like,
Me
of
too,
course.
girl.
Yeah, you remember Video Star, the Video Star days?
Yes,
Yeah. So,
yes.
and the iMovie like commercials.
Yes.
Oh, I ate those up. Like, I did every template on there, forcing my sister. Like, we literally have like home videos where I'm like, Gina, Eva, get over here, get over there. I'm like, okay, like I needed to like, I guess, get that out of my system so I knew how to talk to
Yeah.
actors because that was crazy. Like toxic work environment. But yeah, so that's I think what I was like, and I mean that's like probably at a younger age, and then when I got to like middle school, high school, it got a bit more muted because I went to just a really small private schools, and being in something creative was not quote unquote normal or
Yeah.
like cool at the time. And not a lot of people around me were doing it. So I
Mhm.
think I like hid down that I wanted to do something creative. So I would always say like, oh, I want to write, which is, yes, true. But I meant more in like, I don't know, like essays or like a journalism style
okay.
or something, or like books. Like I kind of said like that's what I wanted to do, and said like but like deep down like I definitely knew like I wanted to do film, I wanted to be on set. I love like make believe and all of this stuff. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I think that kind of answers your question.
Yeah.
I think I was just like bossy and loud kid.
I was definitely the same way. I made my sister do like interview, like I would like be like, "How was your day today? What was your favorite part of the day?" And
love
like
it.
force
I
my
love it.
family to
We-
film.
My sisters did that to each other. We actually were watching home videos a little while ago, and my sister was doing that to my other sister, and I turned and I go, "You already know all the answers to these questions. Like you should ask better ones." Oh my god! Like I was
Oh my
brutal. Wow. Whoops.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
No, even as kids though, we just say anything that's
Yeah,
like
it's
on our
fine.
mind too.
Yeah.
But I relate to that too about, going to school and being in a creative field. That's not really celebrated, or taken that seriously. Like I went to a school where everyone was playing sports and like lacrosse and basketball and all these things, and I was the dancer girl. And at like dance, that was cool, but at school, like people would post my dance videos, like make fun of me.
What?
Yeah.
See, that's what I was so afraid of,
Yeah,
honestly, because it
yeah.
happens. Like that's horrible.
Yeah.
But
it
I'm
was
glad you kept doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad too. It was not fun at the time, but like I was like, you guys don't understand.
Yeah.
And that's
They don't get it. They don't see the vision.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wish I was more like that too, because I definitely fed into it, I think. But there was one class at my high school that was like filming. I forget exactly what it was. And that professor, he was awesome. And he ended up writing me a letter of rec for when I eventually switched to film school. But yeah, it's like it's hard not to get other people's like opinions in your head, especially when you're that
Totally.
young.
Yeah. And shout out to that professor, because I can remember like great teachers and professors I've had in my life that like were so influential, and like I needed them at that time, and I'll like never forget those teachers.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
They like saw something that they're like, you gotta do your thing, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So from high school, what was the next step in terms of going to college?
So I went into college as a creative writing major because, like I said, I don't know, I just was like nervous to do the film thing, but I knew deep down that's what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know, it was like one semester after doing creative writing, which was awesome. Like I did really like it, but I learned like really quickly. I was like, yeah, I'm not writing a book. Like this is not actually it. Like I also want to be physically around people and being creative and being on set. So I went as a PA on a senior thesis project and immediately was like, oh yeah, this is something you can study. I'm going to do that. I switched my major. I studied TV writing and production. And I always wanted to do TV. Like it was just, we're a TV family. Like not that anyone's like, I guess in the TV industry, but like we're a TV family in that every Wednesday it's like Modern Family night. Like we're really into our shows and stuff. So
I love that.
yeah, TV was just like something I loved. So went into that, and then that was kind of the next step. I started just getting more involved in projects in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool that you were able to find that confidence and like belief in yourself to change that major. How did you go about like knowing it was the right decision?
I mean, maybe because I saw validation in that it was something that you could study, because when you're at a school that has a film school, like it's a full school where people are studying that and are going to make careers in it, where I wasn't really used to it. So I think getting the validation that, yeah, it's like a legit thing that you can study. So I think that is what put that like doubt out the window once like I was surrounded by people who were also doing it.
Yeah, because in high school you weren't surrounded by anyone who shared that interest. And then in college, seeing this whole film world of people all pursuing it and interested in it.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It was just like, oh yeah, what I thought I wanted to do is what I like can do because other people are doing it. Which I guess it's not like independent thinking, but yeah.
But sometimes that's why like representation is important, or like seeing people do it, because then you know that it's possible. Because if you don't know that something exists, it's hard to believe in it. But when you see other people doing it, you know,
that's so true. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think getting that like first taste of being on set as a PA also kind of like lit that.
And that's the thing, when you're a PA on a senior thesis and you know, people are still learning and stuff. It's not the glamorous job, but still when I was on, and it was an overnight shoot too, because people in film school are obsessed with overnight shoots. Like, I don't know why it's like such a thing to like make yourself miserable, whatever. So, and I loved it. And like objectively, that is a horrible position to be a PA on an overnight shoot, like in film school. But it was great, and I had so much fun. So
that's great, and it prepared you know.
And the worst case scenario. But I don't do overnight shoots. Like I won't, because I need my sleep.
Exactly. Yes. So then from there, what are some other like projects you worked on in college that help with what you do now?
So I started out producing. Like that was the first thing I did, because I'm very organized, and like I have a very like type A brain, and so that like naturally I was like I probably would be really good at the producing element of it.
Yeah.
So that's where I started, and I think that is something in film school. I think when you start doing and are good at one piece of like set or like a project, then you keep doing that rather than like dabbling in others, which I maybe that's just something that like I like pigeonholed myself, but I do wish that in school I tried directing, because I didn't direct until I graduated. But anyways, so I started producing. I did shorts, we had this thing, what was it called? It was basically like the senior thesis version of TV. It was like short form, like episodic stuff. So I wrote that. I wrote 2 of those, kind of helped produce them. We also had the pilots like class, which is cool. It's like a year. It's broken up into 2, like pre-production and production, and then post. So I guess kind of 3, and it goes through the year. I forget exactly how they had it set up. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But anyways, where you got to produce like an actual pilot, and so they would the school would pick the scripts and pick the producers and stuff. So that was really, really cool. And that was probably like the biggest level thing that I got to do in school. And I think Chapman was awesome to let us like figure that out ourselves. And they like acted like the studio, and it was all like SAG rules and all of this stuff. So that was like learning so much. It was extremely stressful because I was really doing all of this stuff on my own, but I learned so much that I think I'm really happy that I learned that producing in like a controlled, safe environment where I could make mistakes because it was just school.
Yeah.
Whereas now that I have done a SAG project and done this stuff, like I kind of know more what to expect, know the standards of things, and know how to like treat people on a set. Whereas, you know, maybe if I just did another role on set in film school, I wouldn't have had that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, writing and producing was, like, the main things while I was in school.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's so cool that you had that opportunity to really, like, dive in and, like you said, make those mistakes and learn in school before being on, like, a project outside of school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, again, had such good professors. I had two professors who were in, like, the pilot shows, and they instilled ingrained things in my brain that I, like, will never forget.
What are some of those things?
Oh, gosh. Ingrained. No. The biggest thing is they say you have to treat people well and treat them, make them want to come back. And then that's how you create good relationships, and that's how you get people to do then favors for you. But like in that first initial thing, like you have to treat them well, even if it's something as small as like making sure, you know, there's like little things on set that are just like kind of going out of the way and like showing that you like appreciate them and that like they're being taken care of, because a lot of, you know, you're working sometimes 10, 12 hours a day on set, which can be really uncomfortable. And I think it's the producers who make sets feel good, like they want to come the next day is kind of the difference. So they really try to maintain that standard, and also being really, really open with collaboration and telling us that like you're just one person and you can't possibly think of everything. And so listen when people are telling you stuff, because it's easy to kind of have an ego, especially when you're like that high of a role, and be like, no, I've planned this whole thing, I've done all of this. Like it's actually impossible to know everything. So you have to listen, even listen to your PAs, like even listen to everyone. That was like a big thing too.
Yeah. That's such a good point, because you can kind of become like zoned in on like, I've done this, I'm just like focused on this. But listening to everyone and collaborating is so important, because I think it's like sometimes we can have an ego in the sense of like being afraid to ask for help or like take help.
Yeah.
But that can only make things better when you're listening to people and like taking in good ideas, because people can have such great ideas. And I think they're worth listening to, because then they might make the project better.
Oh my gosh, there's been so many times where listening to someone else and just hearing like their pitch for something where I've been, wait, that's such a better idea. Like I love that. That's so much cooler than like what I had planned. And I genuinely think that. And and it's awesome when that happens.
Yeah, it's cool. And I think that's something I've taken from dance too, in a way. Like being like open to collaboration, listening to other people's ideas, and like incorporating things, because you can never know everything in dance. There's so many styles, there's so many like different things, you really can never know it all. So like always like remaining humble and like open to learning. I think that's such like a good reminder.
Yeah. I love that.
So post college, after graduating, what were some of those first jobs after college?
So right after college, I went the assistant route. I did the 9 to 5. I worked on more like the business side of the industry, which was awesome. Like it was great, and it was what I really, really wanted to do out of school. Like I really made it my mission to do that. And it's true. Like a lot of people tell you to go do that, and it is a great thing to do, because it's also like lower stakes, I guess. Like as an assistant, you know, you like have a 9 to 5 job, and like it's a bit more secure than just like going out and doing something your own. And you get to learn so much from whoever your boss is, and like how things get made, what like the standards are in the industry, just etiquette and things like that. So I think that was really great, and I did that for a bit. But then I hit a point where I was just like, okay, I miss being creative, and I went to school being creative and collaborating with other people, and I found myself wanting to be the people that I was setting up meetings for. I was like, I want to be the one to do that cool thing, and like this like film that this client made, like that's so cool. Like I would love to like meet with them and like ask them questions about for like what I want to do. So and I just looked, I think, at the people like above me at the company, and I was like, I think like what they're doing is amazing and awesome, but when I really think about it, that's not what I would be happy doing. Like I have to do something different. So all that to say is eventually I decided to leave the 9 to 5 world and kind of do what I'm doing now, which is I guess like kind of a freelance thing, and just picking up a lot of different jobs to try to pay rent, but then also focus on like creative projects. And it's really a balance of that. So it started out with, I mean, anything like I could get, like the smallest thing on set, like PA, helping produce. A lot of it would even just be like helping coordinate like Crafty or something. And then I remember when I first got paid for my first like actual producing job, I was like, oh my God, like this is so cool. And it was like the smallest little thing, but it was awesome. And then yeah, I just started to do more things, and a lot of stuff that I would do ended up being like social media stuff, because I actually realized I love marketing, and I love the marketing side of getting something out there and the creative things that you can do that aren't just an in-your-face ad, and I loved that. So I liked helping. I got like a few clients, mainly in like an older demographic that just didn't know how to use social media, and I would think of like creative ways to give them a presence, and I'm still doing that now. Because I think, I mean, in this day and age, like you kind of have to have a presence of it, and there's like a whole generation that just doesn't really know how to use it, and I like being that person to like help it. And usually they want like a more like elevated look, and they don't care so much about like getting millions and millions of views, so it's a little pressure off me, but it's just like having a presence on it,
right?
And that, you know, is creative in a different way.
Yeah.
And then I was still trying to write, and like I said, having my notes app and thinking of ideas through there and writing scripts. And I did a short film in 2024, 2024. Thank you. Sorry. I was like, not that you would know. But I did in 2024, and it was like a sci-fi thriller short, which, if you can tell my genre, my taste is all over the place. But so that was really fun. And that was like the first, like I had co-directed things. I had directed a music video. I directed like a documentary. But this was the first like narrative thing that I wrote and directed and produced, and like did all those things. And I was like, yeah, this is awesome. Like I really want to do that. And then the stuff with 20-somethings happened with the LA Comedy Film Festival when I wrote that script, and it won that. And from there, it was like, well, I got to do something with this.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I can go into talking about that now. I guess it's just like natural progression. But yeah.
But back to those assistant days and seeing what your bosses were doing and having respect for what they're doing, but not. I think it's important to look at the people you're assisting and question if you would trade places with them.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is working up to that position. Like if you look at the progression of things, it's like, all right, I'll be an assistant, I'll be a coordinator, and then I'll have their job as an agent, you know? And it's like, do I want that pathway?
Yeah.
And I think it's like just having those check-ins with yourself of, all right, I'm working really hard. Let's look at what this looks like in 5 years. Do I want to be here?
Yeah.
And it's so interesting, like looking at those clients and being like, oh, I have kind of the itch to do what they're doing.
Yeah, because it's a totally different path. And I think for people who like want that, it's the most perfect pipeline. Like it is, that is what you should be doing. But if it's not, then you have to look at the people that you would maybe want to aspire to be exactly as you said. And I think, I mean, there's many, many different ways. That's the thing that's great and hard about this industry is there's not really one way to make it happen. There's not like a pipeline. It's not like med school where you're just like, you got it set up.
I say that all the time.
I know. It's because I have my best friends in med school right now. So that's why I like always think of it. And I'm like, oh, I'm jealous of you, girl. But she's like working really hard, obviously. Anyways, so there's not one way to do it, but I think just like being true to what you is going to make you happy, the career and I always am of the belief like the money and the success is going to come if you're just doing what is going to make you happy all day.
I agree.
And for me, it's not sitting at a desk. It's doing things like this and being creative with people and I mean, doing the make-believe stuff. I just love it. I love creating a world.
Yeah. So, and I think it's like build the thing and the people will come. Yeah. And when you're living in your truth and you're doing something you love, I think the universe rewards that.
Oh, yeah. I'm so university. Yeah. We could do a whole separate podcast about that because I'm very like that. Yeah.
Me as well. Manifestation.
Oh, girl, we'll talk.
I
got all my techniques.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to but I think a lot of creatives, too, you can be so creative but not understand the business of everything. So I do think it's beneficial, learning the business side because I think it kind of gives you an edge where people that just focus on the creative, it's amazing. But I think when you have a kind of that 360 view of the industry, when you know the back and the front end, I think it just makes you more of an asset because you understand it all. What are some things you learned as an assistant that apply to what you do today?
Ooh. A lot. Honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is like kind of along like the etiquette of it all. And I think you learn how to even something as simple as like setting up a meeting. Like when you ask someone for a meeting, it's like give the avails, make it easy on them. Like give your availability and write it very clearly, and like let that, if you're asking for someone's time, make it easy for them to just like grab a time and then like lock it in, you know, and like send, I don't know, with small things like that I think I just try to like implement in when I'm like doing the freelance stuff. But yeah, there I think it's just like how something gets made, and the different avenues of how something can go from an idea, and how you would package it, and how you would tie certain people to that project, and also how you would pitch something. That is huge. Like if you can have like not a very good idea, but if you can pitch it well, that's awesome, you know, or like or if it's a really great idea but you can't pitch it, then it's not going to go anywhere. So the art of pitching is like a huge thing, and how to make a deck, and how just kind of like the standards of how to do that, and what to focus on, and how to make someone care about something the way you care about it. Yeah.
For aspiring filmmakers, what goes into making a good pitch?
You have to think about not why you care about it. Like someone else isn't going to care as much as you about your project,
right?
Unfortunately.
And maybe not in the same way.
Not in the same way. So you have to think, what would make someone else care so much about this project? And it changes from person to person.
Yeah.
So if it's someone that wants like ROI on money, then your pitch needs to be focused on how are they going to make money back and why they would care about it. If it's someone who, I don't know, maybe is more focused on the creative and like the themes and what your story is telling, focus on that and relate to them on that. Do your stalking. Like that's like the biggest thing, is do your stalking to find the people, do your stalking about the person, and be super upfront. Like if it's something that you are asking for money, which it probably is, just be so upfront that you're asking for money, and say how much and say why. Like I think that it's awkward, but the second you do it a few times, it's not so awkward, and it is a thing. Like that is how things are happening when you get financiers. You have to be so open and just like ask for it.
Yeah.
So I think those are some things. I think being confident and not getting like shaken up, because I've been in meetings where people have literally said to me, do you think those are fair terms for an investor? And I would say, well, yeah. And if you don't think so, like that's totally fine if it's not the right decision for you. But that's, I have these people who are interested, and not like that, like just being confident in your business, I guess, and like what you're doing.
I think that's really good advice.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Being just very this is something too, is when you're pitching, if it's like on Zoom, I personally don't show visuals. I think it's so much more powerful to just have the conversation. Send the deck after, or actually don't even send it before, just send it after. Be like, all of this will be recapped like in my deck and everything, but I just want to like have this conversation, talk to them face to face. Even if it's a phone call, that's fine too. But I think I've had more success when I'm not showing a visual, and it's not like a presentation like in school, when you're just like having a conversation with them and asking them questions too, and thinking, you know, what can I tell this person cares about, and what can I kind of put in my pitch that would make sense for them.
That's really interesting, because I feel like there's probably a lot of emphasis on visuals, you know, creating that and showing the world, but just having that face-to-face conversation, I think that makes sense, that it would be so impactful, because it's more human.
Yes.
And you're able to just like have a chat with someone instead of kind of forcing this down.
Yeah, it creates like a wall too. And I don't know, I feel like maybe they'll check their phone, maybe the other things, but if you can get someone like so engaged and locked in on you, then I think you'll have way, way more success. Yeah.
And I stalked your TikTok, and I love that you give tips for different things. Like I was looking at your page, and like you talk about what a producer does, or things you've learned as a director, or like, you know, your non-negotiables on set. And I think for anyone watching, you should like go to her TikTok if you need some more tips. Like I think that's so cool that you do that you take your experience and you're giving, you know, advice and tips to other aspiring filmmakers. Yeah.
Some people have a lot of stuff to say. Like sometimes I'll get these comments that I'm like, God, I'm just trying to share. Like it's crazy. But thank you. I'm glad that that's the point, is I think, I like sharing what I know. Like it's really not much deeper than that. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, the internet's
it's hard.
Crazy, but
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to get something made. So I'm like, but that's kind of how it is now. I think it used to be not like a waste of time, but if you're going to go out and raise a bunch of money, like it used to be not such a, like, I don't know, like it may not go anywhere, but now I think showing that you can get it done, like it like you kind of have to now. And like, especially with like social media and stuff and distributing it online, like, that gives like more legitimacy, I think, to a project now than it has ever before. So
definitely. And I think you talking about your process, then people get to kind of follow along, and then they're excited to see what you create.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from going to corporate to then freelance and working in film, you said you started directing things, producing things. How did you build those connections going right from corporate to freelance?
So that is the great thing about film school, I will say, is I knew people from that, and I kept my connections. I always stayed in touch. Something that also was a sign for me that I needed to leave is that people would ask me to be on set and help produce stuff while I was working the 9 to 5, and I would have to turn it down. But in like that's what I wanted to be doing. So I was like, well, I would rather go do this. So so that's kind of how I just from film school, and then they would introduce me to someone here, and just going to networking events alone. It sucks. Like, it is so scary, and I've had so many awkward moments, but like pushing myself to go to things by myself is really, I think, where I made the best connections, because like you're literally forced to talk to people. And then if you're with someone, you may like cling to them.
That's true.
So, I mean, doing that. And then social media, honestly, like when I started, I think I started posting pretty quick after I left. And not that I have like a huge following or anything, but like just connecting with other filmmakers and like showing that was my niche. And like I found my first AD for 20-somethings on TikTok. I found my lead actress on TikTok, and they're like huge collaborators of mine now, a year later. So putting it out there and then meeting with people in person after, you kind of make an online friendship in a way. So,
That's so cool that you were able to find people from social media. Like, what a great tool.
I know.
Yeah.
I found more success posting castings online than on breakdowns and like Actors Access and all those things. And I thought they were better. Like the best actors that I found was from that.
That's incredible. Yeah. So 20-somethings.
Yeah.
The idea came, you wrote the script. How did you come up with the finances for it?
So it was a mix of things. So basically I made 3 different budgets, right?
Yeah.
And so I guess I could go back a little bit. Is after I wrote the script, I knew I wanted to do something. It's like I could do it as a short film, a proof of concept, something like this. But what kind of the feedback I was getting is the short film and, proof of concept market is very oversaturated, and especially for TV, not many people are making indie pilots. So I should just like go and do it. And so I made it like 3 different budgets. The biggest one, it's like the biggest, but the minimal amount, like for like the dream, would be $100K. And I'm like, oh man, it's a lot. So I did, the crowdfunding, asking my grandma, like, hey, I got this thing, like asking family members, asking friends. I did a lot of like, we made t-shirts and I was like selling them. And I said, all the profits go for this. I did a Seed and Spark campaign, like all of this type of crowdfunding, which helps so much. Like when in doubt, do the crowdfunding. I do think like it still works, especially if you're giving like good incentives and letting people come to set and doing like an event at the end. That's always really fun because we love networking. Like we love meeting people, clearly. So maybe if you're going to say like, oh, we'll throw on like a big screening, a networking event, everyone can come who gave like $30 is basically like your ticket to come. Like think of fun, like it's a marketing thing too. Like think of things like this to get people to come and think outside the box. So I did a lot of that. And then I did a lot of, private investment, which is like, that's what they would do in the film world. If like you're going to sell a feature or something, it's getting investors and making a deal that like, if it makes money, they get whatever X amount their investment or their investment back or whatever times their investment. So there I had like private financiers, and then I got brand involvement, which was awesome because that was kind of, it was starting to come up, all these social series. Like now they're huge, but at the time it was, almost a year ago. So I was, there's so much money in brand and influencing. And one thing about 20s is, first of all, I just love when there's real life elements in shows or in films. Like I think that's so much fun. So I wanted the influencers to come in and play themselves. Because I love that element of like, entourage when the actors come in and like play, just like have a cameo as themselves, and play themselves as a character. So I wanted to have that. And once I got, I had a few influencers who were amazing and they were so good and they wanted to come be a part of the show. And so once I got them, I was able to use that and be like, these people are attached to the project. We have everything set up, and go to brands and ask them if they also wanted to be a part of it. And it was through different things. Like some of them just wanted to do like in-kind gifting, but that's, if you can get in-kind gifting for all of your crafty food or drinks, like that is a huge expense that then you don't have to raise that. Like that still has monetary value. That still is like a huge weight off of your budget. Yeah. So some of it was like that. Some of it was through money and like product placement slots. It was like different for everything. And that was really nice because it's not technically an investment. It's just like basically paying for involvement and like a service basically that we provided. So, that eventually somehow the universe was looking out for me, and I got all of the money, all the budget. And then we shot in October 2025.
It's so awesome.
Yeah,
like
it was so cool.
And it's so cool, like all the different ways that you put the puzzle together. You had investors, you had brands buy in, you had influencers buy in, and at the early stages of building this, how do you think you got people to buy in and trust you and the project in those early stages?
I think, like I said, the pitch. Like I just really had a really clear vision. It is hard because you don't have materials yet because you haven't shot anything. Right. So I did find our mutual friend Ben. I had him come, and he was so great. And he took like some like shoots for us because I had actors that I knew I wanted to be in it, and we did some like fun photo shoots and stuff for promo and posting about it. I posted like crazy. Like if you knew me, and like it's all I would talk about. Like posted just like crazy, and so I feel like people saw that maybe, and I don't know. I think maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just like the energy that I was putting out there. Like I really don't know. Yeah. It is. I mean, it's not. It is a risky investment. Like it is. But I think that having just such a clear vision, and also being able to say like, what are you going to do after it's edited? Like, what is going to happen afterward? And the biggest thing I think that people liked, especially the brands, is that I could provide stats for, these social shows and how good social media, like narrative content was doing. Because I shot it horizontally and vertically. Right. So that was always a plan that I knew I wanted to do both because I knew this market was like coming up.
So smart.
And so I think that they liked the social media component of if it, let's say worst case scenario, the horizontal version doesn't, it doesn't happen. Well, at the very least, we'll have some really nice footage of our product going out on socials. Like that's awesome. So I think that maybe if that's the worst case scenario, that's what they would have to pay for another shoot, and this way they get to support indie films. So I think maybe that's also what it was.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think, we just met today. Shout out Ben for connecting us. But,
hey, Ben.
But you seem so confident, and
really?
the way you're talking about the project, like I think maybe part of it was how much you believed in it allowed others to believe in it too. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and even like it's risky, right? Like
I know.
Yeah. So when you were taking that risk, I'm sure there was doubts or probably moments where like, is this gonna work? Am I gonna like get all the money that I need? What kept you going and kept your belief in the project strong?
I just knew it was gonna happen. That's how I am like manifesting. I was just like, it's gonna happen. I don't know I mean, it didn't make sense, but I it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna stop until I get it. Like I was just, yeah.
Yeah, and speaking it into existence.
I was just like, I'm making this show. I've done this much. I'm this close. So yeah.
Yeah. So Bianca, what is on your call sheet now? What does a day in your life look like?
A day in my life. It looks different every day.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, a lot of my day is on the computer as of now because especially with 20s, you know, I'm in this stage of just taking meetings. And again, it's like similar to raising money. You're doing your stalking to pitch now why it's a good idea for someone to like be involved in the next step. So yeah, it's a lot of being on my computer right now, taking meetings, trying to do more in-person meetings. It's so much better than online. But it's a lot of that. Every now and then it's doing a shoot. I'm doing a lot more of my like social media work at the moment, which is great. Sometimes it's doing shoots. Like today we're doing a social media shoot for our 20s to make some new content, which is I'm really excited about because right now what I've been posting is everything from that pilot, which like I want to keep doing it. I want to do like different types of edits with it and like get more creative with it. But I think, you know, to keep an audience engaged, I need to be putting out also more new things and more storylines and more characters within the world of the show. So that's something that I'm working on now and starting to shoot that to put out new things. And then every now and then writing like new ideas. So
yeah. And what does your role look like when you're filming on set?
My role?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm directing. So directing and producing. I guess I try to be very like approachable and fun. Like I try to just be how I am now, which I think I used to try to like mute myself a little bit like on set and not be as like, ah. But now I just am like that, I guess.
Yeah. And it's so smart now doing those social media shoots and so fun. And like,
so fun.
I just think it's great how much you're utilizing social media because it's a new way of putting out content, but like streaming is getting so big and people are consuming so much content on social media. There's verticals now where people are watching these micro dramas and things on their phone screen. So I think it's so smart that you like chose to shoot in vertical as well as horizontal and are really like putting an emphasis on posting on there.
Yeah. I think that social media is one of the best things to happen for indie film, honestly. Like, I know we like to be very precious about our work, and, like, the festival circuit likes to tell you to not post your stuff. So it's, like, very convoluted, and probably a lot of people don't agree with that. But I think we have never, ever had the potential to distribute our own stuff and potentially get our work seen by millions of people. That's
right.
And we can, and it's just us. We can directly do that, and that is so cool. Being able to directly distribute your stuff to your own audience, I think, is a privilege, and it's super powerful. Because, like, with me too, it's like I put a clip, and I can see the demographic of the people that like to see my stuff and who are reacting to it, and I can see which characters they're interacting with the most and what they want to see more of and what kind of storylines they like. That is so powerful for then making that new content. And it's like you just have all of this data that you can use now, whereas before we just didn't have that.
Yeah. It's like that instant feedback. It's so true because you can go and you can see the age of people, where they're watching from. You know, like that's so cool, like to just be able to get that data, like you said, right at your fingertips.
Before you would have to wait for the entire season, and I don't even know if you could get that close of stats.
Right.
I mean, I don't know the data and the science behind that, but I would assume I know it's not that instant.
Right.
So,
and like you said, even specific characters, because if you're posting a clip with that character, you know, and then you're seeing people love it, you know, right then and there it was from that person.
I have these two characters that people just love to see them, and I was like, okay, then I got to get these two more, and that's what I'm going to like focus the new stuff on. So it's
smart.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
All right, we're going to play some hot takes in Hollywood, so it's going to be like a quick this or that.
Okay. Oh gosh, I hope I don't say anything bad. Okay.
Okay, TV or film?
Oh no, don't do that to me.
You can you can pick both if you like really can.
I mean, like both. Ooh. But TV, like I am
Yeah.
a TV girl, but
Right.
I do love film stuff. Guys, I love film too.
So both.
Okay,
So both.
so both. but
Okay.
yeah.
Comedy or thriller?
Stop. Is this for what I like to make or what I like to consume?
You could say both. Like one or the
Make
other.
comedy, consume thriller.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
does depend on my mood and like which personality is out, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Directing or writing?
Directing, for sure.
Why?
Because I have more of that brain. Like so if I'm writing something, I'm writing with the director brain.
Gotcha.
And if I'm writing something, it's for myself to direct. I don't know if it would be a very different brain if I'm writing something for someone else to do it. But the way that I write, it's for myself. And like, I know what I mean. It's not really for anyone else.
Yeah.
But I could direct something that someone else wrote and get my own vision out of it.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
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 Horizontal or vertical? I'm asking you a lot of hard ones, facts.
I know what? Horizontal. Like it is like look.
Yeah.
Plus, you can shoot horizontal and crop in vertical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will say horizontal. However, vertical, I think, is coming, and it's becoming more. It's going to become as legit as horizontal because Subway Takes just got nominated for an Emmy. And that is the highest level of prestige for shows.
Yeah.
And if that is happening, then there's nothing stopping any other social series that's vertical for also getting nominated for an Emmy at the highest level.
Period. Good point.
So that's my answer.
Yes. Final Draft or Notes app?
Notes app.
Yeah.
Because my Final Draft code expired after I graduated film school, and I can't use it anymore. I'm not paying for that. I use Arc Studio Pro, which is like some other thing.
Okay. What
but I
other
like
devices or like softwares?
Oh, you want to know the things that are worth your money?
Yes. Yes.
Arc Studio Pro, Canva Pro, Shot Deck. Those are my big three.
Yeah.
I
Canva
think.
Pro.
Canva Pro. You have to have
Absolutely.
Canva Pro. It's the best thing ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do some fact.
Oh, and
yeah.
Peacock without ads to watch Love Island without ads.
Yes. Oh, Love Island truther.
I know. So good.
All right. We're going to bust a couple myths.
Oh,
in
okay,
the
okay,
industry.
okay. Whoa.
Okay. The first one is that you need millions of dollars to create something great.
No.
No. You're
Did
doing
you,
it.
Did you see Obsession, guys?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No. I mean, like, I think it's just getting proven more and more. And like the quality that you can have, I think it matters. You can still produce something with a lot of quality, and that is something too. I will say, like for other, I guess, filmmakers who want to make something, write something knowing that make it really good, but know that it could be done on a lower budget. Write something that's just in your apartment with one or two characters. Like think about that, and you can create something really, really cool and really great. And through editing and through cinematography and through coloring, like you can do really cool things. So think about that too.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not going to make your like insane sci-fi feature right away, but maybe there's something in there that you could take and just shoot in your apartment.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Take what you already have and see what you can create with that.
Yeah.
You can have those like bigger future projects in mind.
Yes.
But think of something that you can do that still like gets you going, like that you're passionate about that you can do with what you already have.
Yeah.
So now it's our crafty corner.
Oh, love. Okay.
What does your dream crafty look like?
Ooh. Okay. I need to have coffee. Duh.
Yeah.
It has to be a thing. I love having. This is like super weird, but I love having chomps. The chomps.
No, that's a good one.
Oh my God.
I like those too.
I love the chomps.
Yes.
Like I need that. I like having cheese sticks too. Okay. Charcuterie on set.
Yeah.
Cheetos. What else do I go for? Something sweet. I need something sweet.
Yeah.
But I always like hide like protein bars for myself because they always get taken really fast. Like I'll like hide them in my purse.
Yeah.
Them. Oh, peanut M&Ms. That's my thing. Actually, yeah.
Those are yummy.
That was my thing on set where I was like, get me a thing of peanut M&Ms. I hide it because I have to have that. Bagels. Yeah.
I love this Crafty. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
yes.
love Crafty is so important. You need to make sure people are fed.
Yeah.
And a DC always.
Yes.
A DC always.
Is there anything you have like you need on set with you have in like your bag on set?
Anything I need with me on set? Hair clip. Because I get hot.
Yeah.
I'm a sweaty bitch.
I need a clock.
I need a clip.
Yes.
I need to like, I need layers. Like,
yes.
I'm either too hot or I'm either too cold. Like, I'm not happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm always in my Hoka Locas. My
Okay.
Hokas, like, always. Because I don't care about being cute on set. Like I
Yeah.
want to look nice. Like, I want to, if I dress in like a good outfit, like then I feel like I do better, of
Yeah.
course. But like the shoes, it has to be the comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're standing in long hours.
Standing a long time. Yeah. Yeah.
Bianca, what is your industry ick? What's on your industry betrayal
Oh my
list?
gosh. A lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us.
Men. No. I'm kidding. I've worked with like a lot of really great guys, but I have
They're out
worked
there. They're out there.
with men that just talk over you and they like, I, oh my gosh, this is something. Not saying hello in the morning. Like, I think that is insane.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to be working with people for multiple days and not like making that eye contact and saying hello to someone. What? I think that's crazy.
That's
I've
a really
had
good
people
one.
on my set where I was technically like their boss, like I was, paying them and they wouldn't say good morning to me. I think that's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think you should say good morning to everyone that
Yeah.
you're working with. Obviously, it's not like a checklist, but like if you're passing by them, hi, good morning, my name is blah blah blah. Like
I think it adds to like the good energy on set too. Like it could be early mornings, people could be tired, but you're walking, good morning. Like let's, I think it's good vibes on set.
Yeah. I think being like, just because we're on set and we're doing a job, like doesn't mean like manners go out the window. Like I think that's really important. The other thing that's a huge ick is when people are on their phones on the hot set. I can't stand that. I've literally been before trying to give direction and someone's like what? I think that's crazy. Like we're not in middle school. Like I think of course like you can check your phone, you can be on your phone. Like I'm not a crazy person, but when it's like on the hot set, the phone takes you out of the world that you're building. It is so important to be so locked in, especially if you're an actor or the director, even like the first AD. I mean, she checks her phone for like time and stuff, but I don't know, like texting and being on the socials, it just totally takes your brain away. I think it's so important to be fully locked into the world that we're creating. So yeah, I think I
think that's a good point. Like obviously throughout the day you might need to check something, but like when we're like in the zone and you're getting notes or you're being given direction, be on your phone during that is crazy.
Be present in what we're doing. Those are two things. And then I think also like giving direction to actors, sometimes it can be really confusing when multiple people give them direction.
Yeah.
So I try to just relay it through me. Like if there's a note or something, just let me know and I'll consider it. And because I've had before the actors kind of like, wait, what? If like things are conflicting. So just streamlining contact with them.
Yeah. I think that's a good, like it filters through you and you're their point of contact.
Of course, if the DP is like step to your left, so like obviously, like there's little things, of course, there's always exceptions. But yeah, if it's like really a note, because actors also respond in very different ways on how you give notes. Like the one way you're going to give it to one person is not how you're going to give it to another. So I just like to be the one that like lets them know so they don't get confused.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, because when you're having like a bunch of different opinions coming at you from different directions, that could be overwhelming. And like you said, especially if they're contradicting, one person said this, but who do we listen to? So having it kind of filter through you, I think that's smart.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bianca, you're on Call Sheet Confessions. What is your call sheet confession?
So my call sheet confession is I was doing a project and you know, we fit like many different roles, right? And in this project, we were using a private prosthetic for a guy. If you
Okay.
can catch my drift. And this prosthetic wasn't the right color match for our actor. So me, you know, I'm not gonna like go and like back to the sex shop or whatever. So I went to the makeup artist. I took a bunch of different foundation colors and worked on color matching this prosthetic, and it looked great. I'm not gonna lie, I did a great job.
Period. She's an MUA too.
Yeah, add special VFX makeup to the resume.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
When you realized it wasn't the right color, were you like, what are we going to do? Or you just were like,
Well,
all right,
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna...
was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, did no one check? Like, well, it wasn't even like a normal color. Like, it was like, yeah, it wasn't like a skin color.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, are you kidding me?
my
Like,
gosh.
guys.
Like, this is not going to work.
Yeah. So I took things into my own hands and did it. Yeah.
That's so funny. I love that.
That's my call sheet confession. There we go.
What is one behind the scenes story or moment that like perfectly describes what it's like working on 20 somethings?
Oh my God. Behind the scenes moment. You know, like there was this time. There's so many things. We had so much fun. So we got breakaway glass just for fun. Like that is something. Like we just had fun. One of our influencers, who was one of my really good friends, we wanted to do something fun with him, like behind the scenes, and we just got breakaway glass and everyone was like playing with it. Like it was like camp. Like really, we just had so much fun. And we did like fun challenges too behind the scenes. Like we did like who can what is it called? Like when you wrap the stinger correctly, who can do it the fastest? Like that was something. Like we had so much fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
I always say like being on set, like filming something, it feels like summer camp. So
It feels like summer camp.
Yeah.
I know. For me, I say different version. I say it feels like being on drugs. Like it really does.
But yeah, because you have this like high, like this natural high.
It's just especially when you're working with such fun people. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And then when you're spending so much time together too, you get closer with everyone so much quicker. Like that's why it's summer camp in a way where like you spend 2 weeks with people and you're like, these are my friends for life.
Yeah.
We're locked in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many people from that set that I consider like now are my really good friends. Like I honestly, every person is like now my friend on that set. And I want to work with them again on this show, on other shows. Like they're the greatest.
That's awesome. Yeah. If you were starting over or for aspiring filmmakers, what is your like best piece of advice for them?
My best piece of advice, I guess, honestly, I would have started posting my work sooner. I would have started posting online sooner. I would have not cared about what other people think. Again, like maybe that's like my thing I need to go to therapy for, is like thinking about what other people think so much. But once I got over that is when things started really coming, and being true to yourself and what you really want to do. Follow that. Follow the things that give you that really good feeling, because it's going to come through in your work. I think just making stuff, like, yes, it's hard. Yes, it's really hard, and you do need money. Like, not every project is I'm going to raise $100,000 for. Like, not every project's going to be like that.
Yeah.
But you can find people who are just down to do stuff. And we have these. We have these. This is so powerful of what this can do. You don't actually need a camera. If you have a phone, even a shitty phone, it doesn't matter. Like, just post just make something.
Yeah.
Use that creative muscle. I would just say, just do it. Like, literally just do something. The other thing too is don't say, oh, I'm an assistant, but I want to be a writer. No, just call yourself a writer. Call yourself that thing. The assistant is your day job. That's not the legit thing. The legit thing is the writing or the directing or whatever. Like, call yourself that thing.
Yeah, because also that's like a way of speaking it into existence too, is when you say that you are something, and then people will respond to that like, okay, because that's how they'll start seeing you as that. Yeah.
Well, yes, you're speaking it to existence, you're manifesting it, but if you're introducing yourself as that, people are going to think, oh, this writer, that's what they do, and I'm going to keep them in mind for this for this thing.
That's a really good point. Like, not just saying what you're currently doing, but speaking what you want to become.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Post-grad, for anyone who's post-grad, would you recommend trying to get hired first or just immediately start creating your own projects?
Depends what you want to do.
Yeah.
It depends what you want to do.
I guess filmmakers.
Yeah, filmmakers. I think go and make your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go make your stuff. Go write something. Go have world experiences. Make your notes app. Like, go do that.
Yeah.
The money will come, and you can. There are jobs that will give you the flexibility. Being an assistant won't. Like, that is
Yeah.
a really, really full-time job, and it is an insane, admirable job, and it is really hard, actually. But I think there are other jobs that are film industry adjacent to, like, working in social media, working in marketing. Like, those
Yeah.
are other skills that you can also bring to, like, your filmmaking side. Like, doing things like that can give you the flexibility. Maybe even working in events.
Yeah.
Like, putting on a good industry event or something like this. Like, other skills that I think can provide value. But do something where you can write and be creative.
Yeah.
It'll prevent you from
Right.
doing that,
Yeah, doing something that allows you to express yourself and do the things you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And, like, most of the time, the reason you probably took a move to LA, or the reason you're betting on yourself, like, not losing sight in that.
Yeah.
You mentioned, getting over that fear of judgment and being seen and caring about what people think. And I think that's something everyone can relate to. I can relate to that. I don't think no one is just, like, not experiencing that. How do you know when a project's ready? How do you stop that overthinking?
Projects like are ready to move into production, you mean?
Yeah.
You don't. I was writing drafts of the script until the day that we shot. And my poor actors. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to feel ready. I don't even think the edit is fully done.
Yeah.
I think it's as good as it's ever going to be. I think that you just have to decide. Like, I just made myself a date. I said by February 7th, I want to do a screening, and I want the edit to be done a week before then.
Yeah.
So when it's there, it's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's your baby, it's never going to feel ready. But yeah.
Totally. I agree with that. I think it's like a lot of people might wait until they have all the pieces lined up till it feels ready to go. But you have to take that leap of faith and just start. Because also, if it's not ready, you'll make those changes along the way. You'll see what works and what doesn't. But if you never take that initial step to start, you'll never figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. And, like, we were casting at the same time we were raising money. People will advise against that. But I was doing pre-production while I was still raising money. I didn't have, and I think maybe that was part of my manifestation.
Yeah.
But I didn't have, there were points where I had no money in the bank for it, but I was still doing stuff as if I was going to actually shoot it. And I just made up a date. I said by September, whatever. And I had to push back a month. I did, because I felt it's too rushed. So I did push back a month, which I'm really, really happy that I did. So that can happen.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Euphoria got pushed back how many years? Like, you get pushed back. Like, it's fine. But I just said, I'm going to have it by this day. And I kind of was doing both simultaneously. Yeah.
I love that. That is so, like, manifesting it for real. Like, this is going to happen no matter what. And believing yourself and betting on it so hard that you're actively doing the work as if it's a sure thing.
Yeah.
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 Bianca, are you living your dream?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm on the path to getting there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that younger me would think now I would be. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your dream?
I want to be on set all the time. Like, I want to direct. I want to write and direct. I love creatively producing too. My dream would be to be, the showrunner of a show, directing films, directing shows. Like, just being involved. Yeah, doing that.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to do.
What impact do you hope 20-somethings has?
I hope that people want to rewatch it. Like, I hope that it's a show that people can go back to, like a Friends or something like this, and they just want to rewatch it and they still laugh even if they've seen it before. That's the biggest thing. And I hope people find it relatable and escape.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what those shows do. I hope they see themselves in the characters. Like I said, I saw myself in all of the Sex and the City girls.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what I hope. And that it's an escape. It's like, okay, at the end of the day, what do I want to do? I want to sit down. I want to watch episode of 20 somethings. Like that.
Yep.
That's what I want.
With
Yeah.
a glass of wine.
Oh, yeah. Dirty martini, glass of wine. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's next for you? What can we look forward to?
More stuff of 20s for sure. Like I'm really working on writing some new stuff, putting some new content out there. I really want to do a feature next. I know I said TV in our hot takes thing, but I really want to do a feature next.
Yeah.
I am so into improv and directing improv. So my dream for my next thing is I want to do a film that is fully improv and just give the actor, like find some really skilled actors, just give them the storyline in the relationship and kind of see, I don't know what happens.
That's
there.
really cool.
Yeah, I love it. A lot of 20s is improv, actually. So obviously I had a script, but what I love to do is like at the last take, I'll be like, okay, get your lines are out the door. Just know the points you have to hit to move the plot across because you know what is coming.
Yeah.
Just hit those points and go. And a lot of that stuff is what we ended up using.
So cool.
Yeah, I love that. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's cool to give them that free range and like let them cook and see what
Yes.
comes from
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's trust. Like that's trust with your actors. And if your actors are
Yeah.
good enough, they can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Bianca, thank you so much for
Thank
coming on
you.
Call She
This was
Confessions.
so much fun. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for taking the time. Like everything that you've done is so cool and so inspiring, and
So nice.
you've had your hand in so many different things, from producing, writing, directing, working as an assistant, creating your own show. Like you've done so much, and it's so cool how like all the advice you've learned along the way, and the lessons that you're able to share with everyone listening. And
Thank you. That's
yeah.
so nice.
And
Now
it's
let's make
just-
a dance show.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh.
That's what we have to do next.
I
That's
would
what's
love
next
to
for me.
Yes,
Dance show.
yes. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Dance show.
I'll tell everyone where we can find you, where we can support you on the show.
Please follow 20 somethings on Instagram. That's where I'm posting everything. It's 20's TV show. I'm posting clips from the pilot. I'm going to post new content on there. My Instagram's just my name. Also on TikTok. And yeah,
Perfect.
that's everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you. This was so much fun.
Yes,
Thanks for
this is
having
so
me.
fun. Of course. Thank you all for watching this episode of Call She Confessions. Always make sure to work hard and chase the dream, because if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. May your call times be reasonable and your checks be on time. And like my Mimi always says, break a leg, but not really. We'll see you next time. Bye.